Do you find yourself binge snacking or binge eating only to regret it or feel guilty afterwards? Hey, it's Nosh, and I'm going to talk to you today about food and emotions. And if this is something that you're interested in, stick around. I'm going to share with you some mindfulness based practices that can help you when you're encountering these situations. Oftentimes, when we have feelings of stress or feelings of anxiety, that can definitely affect our eating behaviors. And so this comes into making sustainable habit changes and changing our relationship with eating, changing our relationship with our own self and how we feel about our body. I have personally experienced this before to some degree. It's a good chance that you have. We're all human, right? We all have cravings, and cravings are real, right? And so how do we better handle them? How do we develop a better resilience to our cravings and then better understand when cravings are coming from actual hunger or cravings are coming from an emotion of a deeper desire or want? Or another way to think about this is oftentimes we are eating or binge something, binge eating, binge snacking, to avoid feeling discomfort. Okay, and so what you can do in the first place is just start to notice whenever you're eating, whether it's having a meal or snacking, just taking a pause, taking a deep breath, just feeling into yourself right here, just taking a deep breath into the belly, into the chest, letting it go. What is it that I'm really feeling right now? Am I feeling anxious? Am I feeling nervous? Am I feeling excited? Am I feeling scared or worried about something? Do I need to go do this? Am I procrastinating? And so by just taking a brief pause, slowing down, breathing, asking yourself, what is it you're really needing in this moment? That can just start to make some subtle changes, right? And if you can name that feeling and be with it for a little bit and just breathe, you'll sometimes notice that craving or that sensation of hunger might dissipate. So that's the first thing for you. The second thing I'd highly suggest is having some sort of regular practice in the morning or evening, or ideally both, of just sitting and meditating and breathing, or just doing some deep breathing and just being willing to feel all the sensations that are coming up and to be with all the thoughts that are coming up. And by doing a more regular practice of sitting and breathing, you'll start to develop a better capacity to handle more of the emotional turbulences, right? The waves of emotion or the waves of the monkey mind. The more that you can sit with that and be with those different feelings, the more that you can let those flow through you and the more tolerance that you'll have. And then when it comes to certain binge activities, you'll have a deeper sense of tolerance and resilience to feelings and handling cravings. Speaking of handling cravings, the third suggestion that I have for you is to practice time-restricted eating or intermittent fasting. You could start with doing a window of 10 hours eating or 8 hours eating. And for example, if it's 8 hours of eating, you would be 16 hours during the day where you are fasting or only drinking water, but not any solid food. And so what happens there is you're actually giving your body an opportunity to digest and go through all the detox and digestive processes and to get things moving through your body. And so what that ends up doing is it allows your system all this other time and energy to process and to detoxify and to send blood and energy to your brain and to your muscles and to have all the other amazing metabolic processes happening in your body. And then that will also help to reset the hunger hormones, right? So if you can imagine, if you're just feeding yourself all the time throughout the day, early in the morning and late at night, right, you're going to offset your hunger hormones. So this is just a great way for your body to adjust. And really we can adapt well without food for a period of 16 hours. We're really made to be able to do that. And for periods of time we've evolved to not have food for maybe a day or two at a time, right? Obviously you don't have to do something that extreme. You can just start with a smaller window. And this all comes back to, again, developing a deeper awareness of what it is that we're feeling, right? What is it that we're needing? And I'll leave you with another suggestion here. And it's a practice of slowing down while you're eating. And when you're having your next meal, after each bite, you put the fork or the spoon down, chew your food completely, and then take 3 breaths before you pick up the spoon and take another bite. And so what you'll notice when you start to practice this is that you're going to have like a deeper sense of fullness earlier on, right? We're not immediately stuffing up our stomach, and we're giving our stomach some time to digest, and also for the hunger hormones, or the hormones that make us feel satiated or full, to kick in. And from an Eastern Chinese medicine perspective, or even yoga perspective, we only really need to fill our stomachs 2/3 full, so that we actually have space to digest. And by slowing down, you'll notice that you eat less food anyways, and can process more easily and feel more full earlier. So these are just some tools, some suggestions of slowing down, breathing, asking yourself, what is it that you really need? And by then, you'll be able to develop just a better awareness and tolerance for those feelings of cravings, and then actually be able to identify, this is actually maybe a feeling that I need to be with and process, and it has nothing to do with being hungry. So just some food for thought there, no pun intended, or pun intended. And these are things that we talk about in my coaching groups, and go through this process of deeper exploration and understanding what is it our body needs, and how do we tune in more with what our bodies are actually needing to be healthy and to thrive. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you later.